All right, so as you can see, my petition to the Inspector General of Police about Blessing CEO have been approved.
I saw your video to VDM this morning.
Okay, the video about...
It is not necessary.
People look at my eyes. It broke me that she could deceive me like that, and I care about human life.
Under the law, if a person is found to have obtained money under false pretenses, that itself is a serious matter. It is a crime that can be prosecuted.
12 million naira is gone. I use it for ulcer. Because if I'd eaten with that 150 that I donated to Blessing, I would not be in this position today.
It's to look at the name of the judge who signed or wrote or read the judgment, who delivered the judgment.
I am the very lady that Okoro Blessing Nkiruka, also known as Blessing CEO, doctored my results. Here is my story.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Oklahoma TV News. Blessing CEO is in big trouble. When I mean big trouble, this girl might end up going to prison. You know, a lot of people have been saying that she frauded Nigerians. She lied about having cancer. We make several videos, including that live banter that she has with Daddy Freeze and the other guy. Now, the sister of that guy, who they claim that Blessing CEO doctored her result, is back on live to narrate everything that happened. That truly, she herself has the cancer, but this was her result. She sent to Blessing CEO, and this is what Blessing CEO did. But before we get to our part, I want you guys to watch this particular video of Barrister F. Young and this doctor and Blessing CEO on Arise TV News. They shall explain to her the consequences of her action and the symptoms of people that have cancer, and what she might face at the end of the day if they find out that she's lying. And I want you guys to watch this video.
Views. But if you are diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, there should be that immediate, instantaneous
curiosity,
sobriety, calmness, reflection. But when you are diagnosed with stage 4 cancer and you are still on social media antagonizing people, it is expected that people will want to know, is this really a cancer patient? Cancer is not a joke. Secondly, I listened to the defense she has put forward. I'm actually again quite amazed that she has come on Arise to defend herself. And I just hope that what she has said is true, because if you are coming on national television to reassert what you have said on social media, if subsequently it is found that what you said was not true legally, that can be very perilous, because you are basically telling Nigerians that, look, I am willing to go to any lengths to defend myself. Now, what could be the implication, assuming that our claim is shown later not to be correct? Don't forget, she has just presented a medical report to us. She has obliged us, and you notice I was very interested in having the doctor look at it. The doctor has confirmed that, to the best of our knowledge, substantial facts in that document is not correct. The most relevant being the name of the doctor. A medical report is only a report if it is authenticated by a doctor,
which the doctor has denied.
Yes, the moment it is like the judgment of a court. If I come before you now and say I got a judgment from a court, the most important element of that document that will show that this is a judgment of a court is to look at the name of the judge who signed or wrote or read the judgment, who delivered the judgment. So where she says she has spoken to the doctor whose name is on the report, the doctor has disclaimed the document, the doctor and the location of the doctor is also being contested. That worries me. Okay. So Blessing will have to offer explanation on the origin of that document. Now, under the law, if a person is found to have obtained money under false pretenses, that itself is a serious matter. It is a crime that can be prosecuted. Those who have made donations, I am not making conclusion here. I'm just giving broad, generic commentaries. Those who have made donations for Blessing on account of a public assertion, on account of a representation in the public that she has been found to have stage 4 cancer, if it is later confirmed that this is not true, they can sue her for deceit, which is a tort. They can sue to recover the money. So I hope that Blessing has spoken to a lawyer to advise her on the gravity of what is at stake. This is not just a matter for social media debates. This is not just a matter for bloggers to train with. This is not just a matter that is trivial. This is a matter that has serious implications. This is a matter that even the medical doctor whose name has been associated may file an action for defamation.
And also the woman who claims that she's the original.
There are series of implications which I have highlighted. The doctor whose name is associated may have a cause of action, and I am hoping the doctor will actually come forward and begin to address the issue. Okay. The Medical and Dental Council should be interested in knowing how a doctor's name appeared on a document where somebody says I have stage 4 cancer, and that document is now being disputed, so that if she was misled, if somebody gave her that document and say, oh, on the basis of this document, you can establish this claim, that person should also come forward to explain how he or she came about. If the doctor truly did not issue that document, Blessing has to explain who gave it to her, where the person got it from. So, are we looking at potential forgery here? Are we looking at altering documents, which is a crime? Are we looking at obtaining money by false pretenses? Are we looking at the thought of deceit? These are the legal issues. So, I hope and I pray that Blessing has truly appreciated that this is a serious matter. Okay. And I want to say again for the record that as human beings, it is expected we are empathetic. I'm not here, and Blessing, you are not on trial. We are not persecuting you here. We are just seeking clarity because you have gone on public to seek funds. Ruth, I have raised money for Nigerians. If you follow me on social media, I have raised millions and millions and millions of naira for many Nigerians in the last few years. There is no single instance. In fact, I've raised money for people that have medical issues. There is no instance where I have gone on social media to use my platforms to help people in need raise money without being specific on what the money is required for, without substantiating the purpose for which that money is raised. So you owe the public an explanation. It is not enough to say, I cannot put out my reports, right? People have donated money. I don't know how much it is, but people have donated money. They deserve some accountability. They deserve a cogent response. And for me, at this moment, I am not satisfied. She said she has gone to Lute. At this time, Lute has recommended tests. Lute has not made a diagnosis. No. The evidence she has shown to prove the diagnosis has been discredited. So my conclusion as a lawyer at this material time is that the claim of a cancer diagnosis has not been established.
Okay. We're going on a break. So let's leave this on the high note first. We're going on the break. We'll see you right back. Grab your cup of tea. Don't go anywhere. See you right back on Perspectives. Welcome back to Perspectives here on Arise News. You know, we were talking about showing the screenshots of where Blessing showed the video.
I saw it.
You saw the screenshots?
I have it in the phone.
Okay, do you have it on your phone?
My battery has gone.
Okay, so you saw it and you saw it as well. So it's not like we're lying.
No, maybe I'll search for it. You know, there are too many things on.
Yeah, but there was a screenshot of this video, of this picture.
Okay.
In response to this picture image you sent to him, where he said, "Wow." I know you two of you saw it.
And it's identical to this same one.
And it's identical to this one. Okay. So my issue is, how did he get hold of it?
Exactly, because it's
identical. If you say you don't know him or you didn't communicate, did you even communicate with him in the first place?
We chatted on the DM.
So did you send him any screenshot of your whatever? It's so unfortunate that they can't find this. But like both of you said, you saw the screenshot.
Yeah. I'll find it after the show.
Okay, but let's not I don't over elaborate on that. There was a post that you also said to one of your distractors, Saida Borge or something, where you said, even if it takes you 3 months, 2 months, whenever you are ready, you will come back and attack. And that made me question that a cancer stage 4 patient, you should have a time frame, a realistic time frame of recovery. So when you said 3 months, I'm thinking, do you think it's going to take 2-3 months to overcome cancer?
I think stage 4. I think one of the biggest mistakes was being vulnerable. It's okay to question. I like all the questions that is going on. It's even going to make me, do more research, because like I said, I was genuinely...
Yeah, but we're not asking you to do research. We're expecting that at this stage, you should have known this.
No, any cancer patient or anybody that knows about cancer is not something you have a time frame.
Yeah, but you said in the video, even if it takes me 2 months, 3 months, somebody who has its cancer stage 4 will not be talking about months, you'll be talking about years.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to be a cancer patient to know that. So I was surprised that you said that.
We had the timeline.
The lawyer said something. I'm a very, very how do I explain the word?
Vocal
person.
Yeah, but you can be vocal.
Well, yes, so I think what I'm learning right now is maybe people want me to be sober, or they expect me to react a certain way, which I'm learning. That is not my...
No, Blessing, I'm not talking about your reaction. I'm talking about the estimation of time that you give for your healing.
Timeline.
How did you
I didn't give a healing.
You said
the body said
it takes
something.
you 3 months, 2 months. And I'm thinking if you have cancer
I'll
stage
have
4...
your time in 2 to 3 months when I'm better.
Yeah, when I'm better. I'm thinking it's cancer stage 4.
How did you know
You'll be talking
you'll be
about
better
years,
by then?
not months.
I think people are just really meaning into every statement that I'm making.
Okay. Can I say something? Based on the fact that you said that you're a very vocal person, which I agree with, when you did your cosmetic surgery, which Nigerians generally stigmatize, right? And they frown on.
The BBL?
Yes. Okay. And they frown on, right? You were very vocal. You showed us when you were on the bed, your process, your healing. So I'm wondering, I don't know if you know this, but 16,000 to 24,000 women die every year from breast cancer. So I'm wondering why you're not using this opportunity to create proper, clear awareness, because most of these women that are dying in Nigeria, it is from late diagnosis, it is from poor diagnosis, it is from them thinking that it is spiritual. So I'm wondering why you're not using this avenue. And I'm also curious, do you still have the lump in that left breast as we speak right now?
Thank you for this question. I have not been given the opportunity. Like I said, maybe it came off controversial, or maybe because there was an account number that was put out there. I think that was where the whole drama started from.
Which I also have a question about, because I deal with cancer patients all the time. Funny enough, breast cancer. And unfortunately, my patient still died 2 days ago. So I understand the thought process of a typical cancer patient. So usually you didn't have a treatment plan. How did you know how much you were going to spend? Because I know you have a Benz, right, which is quite expensive. You have a car, you have properties. So why was the account number the first thing you put forward? Most cancer patients don't know how much they're going to spend, right? And they exhaust their fund. Bear in mind that you don't even know the stage. What if it's stage 1? That you probably won't spend more than maybe 10 million. And you can afford 10 million.
Perfect question. My account number was not the first thing that was put out.
It was put out that same day, though.
No, it wasn't put out that same day.
I saw it that same day,
no,
actually.
Absolutely not. In fact, the first video that was put out was me
Okay,
crying.
so when was it put out?
How did you know
I think that was like...
How did you know
Yes, what was your target? What was your target?
I didn't actually put an amount. I just put out my account number.
What was your target?
What influenced the decision?
Exactly.
That's exactly what I want to explain.
The decision to put it out.
Exactly. When I cried out, the first thing I did, they said, first of all, when they are doing your...
Who was this day? Is it still this Enugu doctor?
First of all, when they are doing your, maybe when they want to take out your boobs or thereabout, it was exaggerated. So I'm going to say
what was exaggerated?
A misinformation, because they're saying if they check your left breast, it would have spread to the right.
Does it necessarily spread to the right?
Because you can't tell.
That's what I'm saying. These are diagnoses.
Because you didn't even do an imaging. So how today?
How does he know how
exactly?
It's
not based on assumption.
And information that was passed to me.
I'm just wondering, what was your target amount? Because now, if your treatment, let's assume your treatment for this stage 4 happens to be 40 million, right? And you have been giving maybe 150 million. What happens to that remaining money? So what was your target? Because when people set up GoFundMe, right, they put a target, right? They'll say, okay, $10,000, we're trying to raise 20 million. Well, you can't just put an account.
Purpose.
Yes, you can't just put an account and just be collecting money indefinitely.
And that's what I'm trying to explain.
I don't understand
that number
part.
didn't come up. The first video...
But it still came up.
Hold on, let me explain. The first video that came up was me trying to get clarity. The second video was me now, people saying, oh, cancer is going to... The first video was me putting out my car for sale. The third video was me putting out my house for sale and my personal belongings.
Okay.
Have you sold them at this time?
You don't get buyers immediately because they're quite high.
Okay.
Yes. So it was when I put it out, that was when friends said, why do you have to sell your property? When you finish this treatment, where do you want to come back to? Just put an account number, anything one can raise. I didn't specify any amount. And no exaggerated...
Sorry, Blessing. Are you willing to admit, for the sake of transparency, are you willing to admit to Nigerians that at this time, your cancer diagnosis has not been medically confirmed?
Exactly.
But you are in the process of confirmation. But at this time,
but how would you admit that?
And
that's what I'm saying. I am giving. We are getting like a second opinion and a third opinion.
No, but the first opinion has been discredited. Are you willing to concede?
Does she agree that the false opinion has been discredited?
On the show?
Well, are you willing to concede that having gone to Lute, tests having been recommended, you are waiting a medical statement that you have cancer? As at this time, that statement has not been medically made. Are you willing to concede?
Yes,
for the sake of accountability.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Now, are you willing to also agree that Nigerians who are empathetic to you can hold on with the donations until
the donation has actually been...
No, the question I want to ask about the donations is that if it has been proven that you're either telling a lie or rather that you're telling what you have said is not true.
True.
Are you willing, first and foremost, are you willing to refund the monies that were given to you?
Why?
Because as it is now,
I will.
If you weigh the probabilities, there's a higher ratio of disbelief than belief.
Wrong diagnosis is not something that is strange.
Yeah, but is she admitting?
Assuming there was even a diagnosis.
But the thing is that the results that she showed says second opinion. It has it written there, second opinion.
So it means that she has had two opinions that have insisted that it's cancer.
Exactly.
So that means she's still standing by her grounds that it is cancer.
No, she is not.
Yes, that's the reason why I said we are doing a second opinion.
Are you not standing by your ground?
I'm standing by my ground. I'm standing by my ground.
Don't put words in her mouth. She is standing
I
by
want
her
to be
ground that it is
extra
cancer.
sure. That's why I'm even going this route. And like you said, I am now willing to be transparent. When I run all these diagnoses, all these tests, I can now come out and say, okay, see where you guys will go and investigate, see where you guys will go and do
but
this.
But shouldn't that have been an automatic, even from when you come up with the announcement? It doesn't now have to be people going against what you said before you now say, oh, that is like an afterthought.
No, and people don't put out their cancer results, funny enough.
No, but if you can put, with you want donation, when you go to go
that's what I'm saying. That is what I'm realizing now. It is the donation that have to now bring that.
Yeah, but what is just done?
Exactly.
What is just done is a GoFundMe, even though you didn't go to GoFundMe. So one would assume that by the time you have put out your account number and your account details, do you understand? You are standing by what you said, and you owe it to the donors to be kept abreast of every latest development with no inconsistencies. Do you understand? Yes. As it is now, there's a very strong light, a very strong leaning towards one doesn't believe you because they're poking holes like the doctor has done in your stories.
I offer advice for you, Blessing, and I say that from a place of good faith. I say that as a human being. I'm not speaking strictly as a lawyer now. At this time, it is only necessary that you exercise restraint. You cannot be joining issues with everybody on social media.
Sorry, sir, what do you mean restrain?
In the things you are saying, like antagonize, you don't have to issue videos replying everybody that is talking. I saw your video to VDM this morning.
Okay, the video about
it is not necessary.
People love you and
so you don't need to need to be antagonistic. And I want you to know that this is a serious matter. If any of the individuals who have donated money to you and has evidence of that donation decides to pursue a legal action against you, it will be more serious than coming to a riot. It will be more serious than social media.
Now, when she said all of this and she defended herself, you can see the fears in her eyes. She have already messed up. She's going behind to beg, but people said, we don't want slide or indoor begging. We want you to come out the same way you come out to lie, come out and beg. But she don't just want to accept the shame. The shame is too much for her right now. But I believe that's at least 20% that she might have cancer, but not up to stage 4 that she claimed. But whatever it is, Nigeria is not having it. She lied. But other people are also believing 100% that she does not have any cancer. It's just one of her publicity stunts, and she just wants to extort money from Nigeria. However,
this is the petition. The Inspector General of Police, the Nigerian Police Force Headquarters, Louis Edet House, Abuja. Petition against Ms. Blessing Okoro, aka Blessing CEO, for obtaining by false pretenses, by false representation, forgery, and conduct likely to defraud members of the public. We are the solicitors to Martins Vincent Hotel, herein referred to as our client, and we write this petition on his behalf and in the interest of the general public to formally request a thorough investigation into the activities of one Ms. Blessing Okoro, popularly known as Blessing CEO, herein after referred as the suspect. Statements of fact. Our client attention has been drawn to a series of representation made by the suspect across various social media platforms to a wide audience of Nigerians and global public. The suspect, who presents herself as a public figure and influencer, has constantly made claims relating to her personal life, achievements, and circumstances which have attracted significant public attention and engagement. So it's a whole lot. I don't know if I should read everything, but few weeks ago, as you all know, Blessing CEO came out, and then she said she has cancer. I believed because she shaved her hair, you know, and I felt compassion. I was sad, and on that very day, I didn't have anything in my account. I had nothing in my account. I had just this money I transferred. As you can see, I transferred 115 naira. Now, this money was what I wanted to go and use to buy food to eat. But because I saw her and I wanted to save her life, the way she spoke, she put an account number. I decided to put my last card on it, which made me went hungry, and now I have ulcer. I have serious ulcer. I've spent a lot of money. After that day, God now helped me, you know. I did one little business and I got about 12 million. And that 12 million, I spent it on ulcer. Only to find out that she said she does not have stage 4 cancer. You understand? Look at my eyes. It broke me that she could deceive me like that. And I care about human life.
The said girl, who have been in the middle in all of this saga, that Blessing CEO dotted her result and characters on social media, that she's back, appearing in the first time to explain to the world how she met Blessing CEO, what actually transpired, and I want you guys to watch it.
Sometime last year, she was in Asaba for a doctoral shoot, which I happen to be the makeup artist.
Hey guys, it's Zazie Beauty. Film the makeup, we're not done yet. If I let me show you this Zazie, let me show you this CEO. So this is Zazie Beauty. See how pretty she is.
Fast forward to last 2 weeks, or last week thereabouts, when she started flagging on her social media that she's having stage 4 cancer, crying, wailing, that she's selling up her house, putting up her things for auctioning and all that, you know. On Wednesday last week, 25th of March, my good friend and my sister called her to check up on her. The phone was on loudspeaker. So from there, my friend was like, that you have to put up yourself together, you know, that, okay, or are you hear from Zazie because you know Zazie's story. That was how I started talking to her, encouraging her, telling her that she should gather herself. That is not even a social media thing at all, that she should gather herself. I started praying for her, cursing the spirit of cancer. I even told her that, okay, good a thing. That day was on a Wednesday. I even recommended prayer links for her. I even sent one to her. I started telling her that there is nothing God cannot do. You have to go for your medicals. You have to, there is something you take one step at a time. So that was how we threw down the call until we go back to the office. She got on call again with my friend. She was crying. We are trying to encourage her. We even had to put a doctor online to go like helping us to let her know what is on ground. That is not a social media, it's not a crying thing. It is true. It's not even something you will hear, you will not wail, you will cry. But in it all, you have to pull yourself together, because if you don't put that yourself together, you will not know the next step and the right thing to do. That was what we were telling her. The doctor now tried talking to her. Okay, how did you go about? Have you removed the lump? Have they done what they're supposed to do? She said her doctor said it's stage 4. They did one thing. The doctor now said, well, you know, I can't see you. If these are the things your doctor, you've really gone for your examination, I think your situation needs an urgent attention. That was how the doctor exited the call. So as she was crying, with kind of just put yourself together. I was even telling her that God saw me through this. See the scar, it have all gone. See, you know. As she was crying, she said, "Okay, Zazie, please, can you just please help me send your own report when you were diagnosed, so I could compare it with what my doctor gave to me." I said, "Okay, no problem." That was how I gave her my results, because she said She wanted to compare it with what her doctor gave to her, only for me to see on social media on Friday of it that it was the result I gave to her that she doctored and flying it all over to back up the nonsense and the defrauding and the money people are raising for her. Can you even stand a doctor telling you that you have is days of sleepless nights for you if God is not on your side? If God does not come through for you, it's days of trauma. At the hearing of that news, life pause for some days for the person. He said she never knew me, and she has never spoken to any of my family members. She was in Asaba on Monday with some people to see my husband, my friend's husband, and my friend. But me, I wasn't there because I was emotionally traumatized. She came to beg. My husband said, you have to go online on social media to go and apologize to the public, to Nigeria, and tell them how it happened, what happened, and let them know the truth. I should be in my house resting because I just finished my chemotherapy on the 20th of January here. I thought I was helping someone in need, not knowing that she has another agenda. Please, Nigerians, I don't know anything about the doctor's report that she's using the report to come and scam Nigerians of their money or anything. I'm not a party to it. This is evil. This is wickedness. This is demonic. I'm a proud survivor. Are you seeing my hand? Are you seeing this place? I'm a proud survivor. I'm a proud survivor. Jesus saved me.
Now, you guys have listened to Blessing CEO parts and other videos that we have made concerning her. And you have also listened to this particular girl. So it is left for you guys to judge. Do you believe? Do you think? Do you imagine that Blessing CEO have cancer? Either stage 1, stage 2, stage 3? If yes, what stage do you think it is? If no, what do you think will be the consequences of her actions? Do you believe that she must have gathered 1 or 2 evidence before she pulled out this stunt? Do you also think that, okay, if everybody starts demanding for their money, she might eventually go in for it? Do you also believe that there might be accountability at the end of the day? What do you think about the action and the punishment that you think she deserves? I'll be waiting for you guys in the comment section. I love you guys. God love you more. Until we meet again, stay tuned to Plan B TV. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so. If you do, turn on your notification bell so that you wouldn't miss out on our future uploads. All right, bye.
People living with cancer, a lot. How would you come out to joke with something like this? My friend Dennis, also known as Monster Boy, an artist, his album will be dropping on the 10th of April. He's a very good artist. He also donates. Cancer killed his mom. Cancer is not something that someone should joke with. So because of her, my 12 million naira is gone. I use it for ulcer. Because if I'd eaten with that 150 that I donated to Blessing, I would not be in this position today. So I've written a petition, and the Inspector General of Police have assigned it for investigation. So please, the purpose of this video, I don't want a situation where some persons will say she was oppressed. Some lies, call, show, or can come out tomorrow and say she was oppressed, even though what she did is wrong, obtaining via false pretense. Please, Nigerians, please, criminality should not be encouraged, regardless of how we want our society to be. Regardless, should not be encouraged. I remember when she came out, I made a video. A lot of people were already donating. Go back. People were donating seriously. I made a video about her and I said, please post your hospital report. But people came at me. People insulted me. In that moment, I felt compassion. I was sad. Then I donated that money. My 150, my 150, my 150, my 150, my 150. Alright, so investigation should start. Thank you to the Inspector General of Police for the approval. And thank you to the police that want to go and do the investigation. Say no to obtaining via false pretense. Thank you.